have Nancy and Jill and Ethan also with the mayor. Parade route is somewhat different this year. That started at the corner of Williams and Grove Streets and just proceeded on a straight fly downtown. We used to go up Whale Street and down West Street and turned all sorts of corners, and I guess some of the floats were getting so big it was hard to do that, so they decided to straighten the parade route out. And there are a good, brave group of people here getting good and wet. And the train is coming in just in time for the parade as well. We have, in addition to a lot of people, a lot of media around. Channel 3 has been here doing live feeds to the Channel 3 News at 6. And I don't know if they had the weather from down here or not, but they certainly do have some rain. Our next, we're still in section 1 of the parade. Our next element should be the Pumpkin Queen, or the Queen of the Halloween Parade, who's Beth Glodzik of West Rutland High School. And Brian Mayhew, our principal cameraman, is the one that gets the cat's eyes, the bird's eye view of all the parade action. So he's going to be able to tell me a lot better whether what is next. And we do have a very loud train coming into town. That reflects some of the history of Rutland. This is the railroad city for many years in Vermont history. All right, we have the West Rutland High School student Beth Glodzik, the Queen of the Halloween Parade, being followed by the West Rutland Band, our first band of the evening. And ironically enough, the West Rutland Band is not using banners and flags tonight, it's using umbrellas. And there she is, our Pumpkin Queen. Halloween Queen, Beth Glodzik. I think they should be supplying towels for the people riding on the parades this tonight. And now the West Rutland Marching Band, led off by Raggedy Ann and Andy, with the theme of Toyland. And let's listen to the West Rutland High School Band.
Can you see over here?
slightly out of order. That was the West Rutland High School Marching Band. And a little bit of Victor Herbert music for you. And slightly out of order, we have the Rabbit. I don't see the battery anywhere, but there's WJJR. And our co-hostess for tonight, Nancy Gordon, marching right behind the band. All the other people are wearing masks. I'm not sure why. Maybe the one in the coffin is Sam Garuso. I'm not quite sure. And our next one is the Born Beautiful float, which appears to have a Native American theme. Right after the Born Beautiful and Handsome float, a Native American theme, we go to Miss Lorraine School of the Dance. Joining us on the reviewing stand is the Mayor of Rutland. How are you doing, Jeff?
Well, it's nice and warm out here.
Better than last year.
Yeah, we've got warm figured out. Dry, we got to work on a little bit, but
well,
it hasn't dampened the spirits of the crowd or the parade goers here.
Not a bit, and it's really great to have you here. And I don't know, I think I'll take warm over wet, over cold.
Yeah, actually, given the choice, yeah, this is an umbrella and a raincoat's all you need to get out here and enjoy this.
Maybe next year we'll get it completely right.
Yeah.
60 degrees and sunny, or clear.
Or at least clear.
Well, I'm going to let you duck under your wife's umbrella. I got to go to work here. Riding in the car is Miss Lorraine, of course, the founder of the Miss Lorraine School of Dance. And guess what the theme of this one is?
Are we surviving?
Now next is the Rutland High School student, Katie Giuliano, who is the Pumpkin Princess, one of the Pumpkin Princesses from Rutland High School. Followed by the Rutland High School band, majorettes, and cheerleaders.
Why don't we put this right out on the street? That's what we do. I heard something drop.
Let's listen to the Rutland High School band. And after the Rutland High School Band with their tribute to New York, New York, we have the Rutland Herald float. We cover Vermont. The Herald, of course, celebrating its 200th anniversary this year.
Well, you getting some coverage?
The sign on the side of the float says, "Home Delivery." I'm not sure I'd want these newspaper boys coming to my house every morning. Now the MSJ Pumpkin Princess, Lindsay Lane. Okay, one of the disadvantages of being the Halloween queen is you don't get an umbrella, I guess. And I'm being joined by Nancy Gordon, who's getting her microphone on. And we're pumping up her volume. And I think our next participant here is the Fairhaven Union High School Band. I think you're there.
I'm here. This is great. I've never been in a parade and then recorded on it at the same time. This is quite a night for me.
Oh.
And boy, are we wet.
Yeah, well, it's a lot better than last year.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Indeed, it is the Fairhaven Union High School Band. I'm still spoiled from last year when doing it the day late. We had a whole bunch of different orders, and some people didn't show up, and it was quite exciting. Didn't I get it up high enough? I turned her up. Okay, try again, Nancy.
I love the dealy bobs they're wearing here.
Okay.
Dayglow dealy bobs.
All right, let's listen to the Fairhaven Union High School Band. I love the guy with the mask over there playing the trumpet. I don't know how he's doing that. Our next is a pickup truck. It's from Lawn Care Plus Incorporated.
And an appropriately rustic theme.
It looks like somebody lost their lawnmower and they went down to find it in the deep woods there. And we'll forgive Nancy if she doesn't say anything for a while. This is a WSYB WZRT float. Well, actually, it's a car.
Their van. You'll not know endearingly charming pink bunny, though.
I guess they're doing Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
That's cool.
It must be fun to lie down on the job and get all wet.
I gotta say, the prince looks good.
The prince looks good. I don't know, I have always been partial to Dopey myself.
Dopey and Doc. And Snowy herself, of course.
Okay, and we have the, right behind the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs from WSYB and WZRT, we have the Rutland Visiting Nurse Association float. And right behind that, the Rutland Regional Medical Center float and marchers. So
we're really cornering the market on healthcare here.
Yeah, it looks like we jammed up the place just a little bit here. And there they are. amazing stuff here.
Wow.
I was watching them starting to work on the Rutland Regional Medical Center float this afternoon out by the out in North Main Street. This is quite an impressive float.
Now, of course, last year they were award winners with Aladdin, so they've gone for another Disney musical. Gorgeous. Looks like crepe paper for Mrs. Potts and Chip.
Yep. And a beautiful rose. Followed right there by the House Center Express.
Oh, what a neat little locomotive.
And one of the smarter people here, they have a cover on there. And I've now taken 2 sheets of paper at one. They stuck together here. Looks like it's Mill River Union High School next,
Yes,
and their
it is.
pumpkin princess, Valerie Costantino. And Mill River Union High School band and flag carriers right after that. Of course, this is a very, very impressive band. Has played nationally in the capital, the nation's
After the
capital.
opera.
And let's listen to the Mill River Union High School Marching Band.
Often seems like half the school is in the band.
This is it's the largest band we've seen so far tonight.
And that's a lot of phantom masks.
Yep. And what you come to expect from Mill River is some drama. Now we have some folks from the Rutland City Fire Department. And the City of Rutland's Fire Department truck is followed by a float, which shows the Bedrock Fire Department.
That's great.
Obviously from influence from
Flintstones this
the
summer.
Flintstones.
Yeah. That's very clever.
That's Dino, right? Hey, Barney.
There's a Ben & Jerry's Peace
Yep.
Pop behind Bedrock's finest.
Now we're supposed to have a Ben & Jerry's float, but it may have got melted. So we do see a Woody Jackson cow.
And it looks like a wavy gravy tie-dyed creature.
And a political infiltrator.
And oh look, a brownie sundae. A walking brownie sundae. There's an idea.
This is just fattening from looking at it. And the Rutland area vehicle enthusiasts. Well, this may be the... we missed a Cub Scout float here.
And of course, a vintage vehicle.
Wow, with somebody hanging out the window. That's pretty gruesome, man.
Very 20s.
The car is very early 40s, so. And the Frankenstein monster. think that's who it is. His back's to us right now. We seem to have some tie-ups on getting the parade units out of the way.
At the end, they're collecting the marching unit IDs, so people have to stop for a moment while they take those.
That's one of the advantages of having one of the parade marchers with us on the stand here.
Yes. Now,
Another good old vintage 40s car.
that's gorgeous. Except for the spiders.
Now that one's in the 30s. Now we zap up into the 50s with the great Fins, an old Cadillac. And we have a hot rodder in here. The rain seems to have let up a little.
WEQX of Manchester.
And they have a radio van that's trying to make its way through the crowd. The crowd is starting to infiltrate a little bit more on the street. As more people collect, since there's less space for less length to the parade this year, the crowds that used to gather on Wales Street and West Street and some of the other side streets are no longer there. They're all here, so we're about 4 or 5 deep in many locations along here. And there's the WEQX van, rocking it up for you.
Oh, the VTANG Family Support Group float next?
Yes. Vermont Army National Guard. All right, the Vermont Army National Guard Family Support Group float. With some little pumpkins and a Dracula.
And looks like a junior Dracula there.
Oh, yes.
Vampire in training.
This is a float you can get your teeth into. This is Grandpa's Ghouls. This is Jim McKinnell and Company. Old. Now here's a 1920s truck.
Yeah. Oh wow, I know a number of the people on this float. That's always fun.
Oh. Well, that's a town that you know everybody pretty much. And this is the Zoo Crew 4-H Club float, I hope.
With superheroes.
Superheroes, Cub
Flash.
Scouts. Well, this may be the Cub Scout Pack 104 that was supposed to have been on a little earlier.
Be a real superhero, be a Cub Scout is what it says.
And this is number 30. So this is the Zoo Crew 4-H Club float.
With a bunch of animals. Stuffed, so they're very well behaved.
Well, yes, they are all. I thought there was a lively one in there, but the only live ones are walking behind it. Here's Proctor's Pumpkin Princess, Erin Ward. They wouldn't put the top down for her. She has to sit on the side. And the Proctor High School Marching Band. Let's give them a listen.
I'd say we stole Macy's thunder this year. Santa made his parade debut here on Halloween. Forget Thanksgiving.
Well, it used to be Thanksgiving, but now it is Halloween. And next we have the Lincoln School Marchers. followed by the Pleasant Manor Nursing Home float
They
and
always do a good
marches.
job.
It looked like they have a pirate theme this year. It's Peter Pan. Never grow up, it says on the side. Sure enough, there's Peter, and up in front we have Mr. Smee and Captain Hook.
Tinkerbell!
Tinkerbell is there. That must be Wendy by the mast.
Yes.
And they're following, always following Captain Hook, the crocodile, with his clock. Tick, tick, tick.
It impresses me how much people who work so hard, like in hospitals and nursing homes, put out the best floats. A lot of spirit.
Rutland Region Chamber of Commerce.
Ooh, looks like Gilligan's Island, though. Let's see what the natives are. Yeah, it is. It is Gilligan's Island.
Gilligan's Island, okay. Yes, there's the captain. I don't see the minnow anywhere.
Hey, everybody having fun? Are you staying dry? No, that's okay.
That's Ginger.
It's Halloween. Welcome. Thanks for coming. We're K105 and we want you to enjoy this Halloween and stay safe. And keep listening to rock and roll, okay? We lost our
WEBK.
music due to the rain a little bit.
Well, that's the WEBK float. Rutland Region Chamber of Commerce must have just been, well, we got to give credit where credit's due. It's kind of fun. This is the Edward Fabian Earth Moving float.
That's a great ship.
Isn't it ironic that we have two maritime-oriented things? This is the pirate ship. We notice there's a cannon in the front that is spraying water.
And it's headed towards us. This is like being at Disney World.
Well, at least we have an umbrella. And next is the Barstow Memorial Band. Barstow salutes the 25th anniversary of something or other.
Ah, the landing on the moon.
Ah, yes.
1969.
And their float, which follows right after their marching band, follows along with the same theme.
Our very own Neil Armstrong.
We have the LEM, and I don't think Neil Armstrong would have survived too well with that outfit on the moon, but now Molly Pickering is following after Neil Armstrong. Darth Vader just walked by here, and this is the Otter Valley Pumpkin Princess, Molly Pickering, from Otter Valley Union High School.
Now, I have to admire anybody who can sit out in an outfit like that on a night like this.
Well, as we said earlier, it's 58 degrees, though. It's not like last year.
It's a lot better than last year, that's true. But still.
Well, as I said, with the pumpkin, the Halloween Queen didn't even get an umbrella. I guess that was one of the perks of being a princess. You got an umbrella. This is the Mountain View Community School. and their float, which also has a Toyland theme. All about... There's so many people here, you can't see these signs. And the Child Care Providers Network.
Ah, that's all about all aboard the Daycare Express.
Okay, that's the Child Care Providers Network float. And this is the Happy Bat Studio.
With, of course, Batman, Catwoman.
One of our regular annual appearances at the parade. In fact, some of the roots of this parade went back to comic book heroes. In fact, this parade for many years was featured in comic books throughout the nation.
1972 was one of those years.
And we have Ronald Sherritt and Margaret Blake, and they were marching right behind. And then the WJEN Cat Country Radio, 4 horses with a cart, van, and marchers.
That's a handsome wagon.
And there are these part of the Cat Country something circuit.
Frontier Circuit.
Frontier Circuit.
Share a Honda with, of course, a Honda.
Well, I would think that's appropriate.
I think that's a Dulce.
I think there are actually 4 of these cars.
Henry VIII drives a Honda, now we know.
Well, at least he rides in one, standing up. Followed by... who is this? And a gold LeMay something or other. And 48, that's also part of that. And, of course, the one the kids have all been waiting for, Mr. Jack-O-Lantern, which, of course, marks the end of the 35th annual Halloween parade in downtown Rutland. It says, have a safe and happy Halloween. And, of course, ending the parade, Rutland's finest, one of their cruisers. With all those horses, I'm surprised they didn't have a...
Pooper scooper?
Yes, somebody coming by with a pooper scooper.
Well, all things...
Oh, there is one?
There is.
There is one. Brian Mayhew, our camera person, tells us there is one.
From his special bird's eye view.
Now, there, of course, there'll be a big run to catch up to Mr. Jack-O-Lantern. The judges are getting together to come up with the various prizes that they'll be awarding. You have a list of those, Nancy? There's a whole raft of them. I didn't have the list.
Well, let's see who won what last year. That'd be a good place to start. In 1993's Halloween parade, 2 of the bands won awards, West Rutland and Barstow. Most original went to the West Rutland High School float and the Rutland High Art Club float. Most creative, 2nd place Tam Brands, 1st place the Rutland Fire Department. Best in show last year was Pleasant Manor at number 2 and 1st place Rutland Regional Medical Center. And honorable mention floats last year included Miss Lorraine's Marching Unit, Proctor High School, and WJJR.
Of course. That's only appropriate.
Yes. So we'll find out shortly who won the Mr. Jack-O-Lantern drawing.
Okay, we have with us the Halloween Queen, Beth Glodzik of West Rutland High School. How was it riding in the parade tonight?
It was wet, but it was fun.
How come you were the only one of the royalty, the Halloween parade royalty, not to have an umbrella?
Because I was going to sit inside the car, but the people, like some of the people in the beginning were like, put the top down, put the top down. And there was an umbrella in the trunk, but
You didn't?
No.
How was it riding in the parade? Is it fun?
it was fun. I had a good time.
Okay. Would you have liked it a little better drier?
Yeah, but it was fun for the conditions.
Now, Beth, how do you become Halloween queen?
At your school, you get nominated, like the class votes on you, and then you go to a party and they ask you questions about your extracurricular activities and things like that.
And what do you get for that besides the privilege of getting soaked in the parade?
You get a crown, a $50 savings bond, and dinner for two at 121.
Oh, great. But that's not there anymore. Now what do you do?
It's Hearthside.
One heart side now.
Okay.
Well, your tiara looks great, even if you're wet.
Thank you.
Well, good luck to you.
Thank you.
And do you get to unmask the...
I guess the mayor went home, so
The mayor?
it's my job, I guess.
Oh, well, see, some of the perks of the job, huh?
Now we know how the Rutland city government works. When the mayor's gone, the Halloween queen is in charge.
I hope all the decisions are this easy.
Well, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Okay, if I can have your attention.
All right, we're getting ready for the moment of unveiling here.
Everyone, if I could have your attention, we're about ready to get started with the traditional unmasking of Mr. Jack-O-Lantern. Tonight we have the dignitaries here with us. I think that might be as loud as it goes. Okay, now for the unmasking of Mr. O'Lantern. And the Pumpkin Princess.
And the Pumpkin Princess and Sam Caruso of WJJR have unmasked Tom Burrow of the Rutland County Humane Society. I never would have guessed that from those clues.
I hope everybody had a good parade. It's great weather. Hope everybody got a good tan.
Hope everybody got a good
Tom?
tan.
Tom, come on over here for a minute. This is Mr. Jack-O-Lantern. Of course, none of us knew who it was.
Right.
But I guess all the kids got you.
Oh, I think so. All the way they were greeting me.
How was it? Was this fun?
This was fun. It really was. Yes, I have to admit.
We've been saying on the radio, you're nobody in this town till you've been picked as Mr. Jack-O-Lantern.
Oh, I
Tom.
finally arrived.
Congratulations.
Thanks a lot,
And
Nancy.
we had this animal theme throughout the parade, too. I don't know if that was conscious and by design because all those other people had figured out who you were. And
Oh, we're all just animals at heart, Ted.
Somebody would call that a harmonic convergence, I
it
think.
could be.
1, 2, there you go.
All right, I guess we're getting ready for the big prizes here. So good luck to you, Tom. Thanks a lot.
It is the Rutland Regional Medical Center. Fifth place award, Rutland Regional Medical Center.
Beauty and the Beast.
Anyone here from the medical center? Congratulations.
Okay, that was, of course, the first prize winner. The other prize winners were the Mayor's Trophy went to Fabian's Construction, and they had a great pirate ship float.
A Pirate's Life, I believe, yeah.
And the Rutland City Fire Department got the department trophy, which was the third prize, and that was for the Bedrock Fire Department, the Flintstones.
Flintstones theme, that was very clever.
The best marching unit was the Mill River Union High School with their Phantom of the Opera. And the best marching band was West Rutland High School, which led off the parade with the Halloween Queen, and that was, their theme was Toyland, wasn't
Yes,
it?
March of the Wooden Soldiers there.
Honorable mentions went to Proctor High School, Pleasant Manor, the Rutland Area Vehicle Enthusiasts, and the MSJ Marching Unit. And that's our 35th annual Halloween parade as our battery fades us into oblivion for another year. Thanks for joining us. This is Nancy Gordon, and I'm Ted Pendleton. We had fun, and we're getting wet. Happy Halloween.